my god, hold on. Right. Gonna do my radio checks. I can't tell if it's actually working at the moment or not. And then I will do an intro, hopefully, as long as I know it's working. So let me just load up Twitch on my phone, people. Because, you know, my party overlay is not saying that it's working, so... Alright, sweet. We're on. I'm going to quickly get a drink, and then I will sure do an intro. So it's a bit of a scuff start to this, so I apologise for that, but I will be there in a couple of seconds. Alrighty, I am back and I have a drink now and I am all good to go myself, so hopefully, without further ado, I need to invite Muddy to the game unless he's already here. Let's have a look. Muddy is not here yet. He won't be in the party immediately either. He is going to be joining us in a few, but he just wanted an invite. So he could get that ready and sorted. So now Muddy is given the invites. Let's see if that helps it. Right. Welcome to Division 4 at Spa. It is me, MusicRocket73, on my own for now, but I should have a co-commentator in the name of Muddy Biscuit joining me later on tonight. So, before we get into this, we're going to quickly go through what's going to happen today. So, short qualifying, you have, I think it's 18 minutes, maybe less than 15 minutes, I can't remember what the exact time is, of qualifying to put yourself on the sprint race, which you can get points for. You get a total of 8 points if you win, and only the top 8 get points. Moving on to the main race. It's a 50% race, meaning it's 22 laps to Spa. Is it going to rain? It's quite likely it rains, actually. I don't think we've had rain in a couple of... Well, we didn't have rain on Division 5. I'm not sure about any of the other divisions. So, let's see. Hello, Mr. or Mrs. Leguinaire. Come on, Rizzo. For the O-N-s? O-U-N? Yeah, I don't even know how you pronounce that. How do you want to be called in the chat? I want to know. Do you want to be called? Right, he's in the lobby. He will need a few minutes and then jump in the party. I'll keep the party open for Mr. Muddy Biscuit for when he decides to join. Really weird how my party overlay is not coming up saying I'm speaking, which is really annoying. I might quickly unplug my headset and plug it back in so I don't actually have that problem. Let's see if that works. Radio check? Is my thing working now? No? Okay, well, I'm going to leave this party and then join a new one. Right. Oh, yay! I now have my party overlay working! Let's go. I see, sometimes it's those things that matter most. So now I am all good to go. And hopefully get on with tonight. We have 18 people in the lobby at the moment, but we might be getting a few more, which is why we're still waiting. And who knows, maybe we have 20 drivers by the end of this night. But thankfully, we have Muddy Biscuit sticking in for the coast. So, let's have a look at this. Let's go straight to F4 standings. We have, at the minute, in the constructors, it says Aston Martin in the front with 55, over Alpine on 44, Haas P3 on 31, with Ferrari on 29, Williams P5 with 20 points to name, AlphaTauri with 8 points to name, quite far back actually, AlphaTauri, usually expect them to see them a bit higher up, McLaren on 7 points as well, Alfa Romeo in 8th place on 6 points, and Mercedes are joint with Red Bull on the 2, with Red Bull being on last. 53 points separating all the teams, which isn't too bad, I suppose, with being round 2 done and sorted. So let's go on to the website. Where has it been updated? It has. So I don't know why Division 5 wasn't updated at all. It only shows there being one race to Division 5, but the rest of them have 2 races. So it's Skyline at the minute who is winning this championship at the minute from Morgs, from Jedi Gamer. Then it is Button, Mighty Old Mandu, Desbro, Rage quits after a struggling season so far. And then it's Pierre, Bad Dogs, Quick Mick, who's got pace but's had a lot of bad luck at the minute. 4D is after him, then it's Blue Sky, and then it's Ace Chrismic, who's had really unlucky seasons so far. Then it is Daniel, DPS, Mando, Invade, Sharky, and Hippo. And I believe DPS is still a reserve. Let's quickly check that as well, which is in the F4 paddock. DPS says here that no, DPS has actually got a racing seat now, so he is no longer a reserve. So congratulations, DPS, in the fact that this happened. The song I'm listening to is completely awful, by the way, so I'm going to quickly change that. Might just change the whole playlist. God knows what I'm listening to right now. Right, please work. If I press that. Nice. But I don't want this song either. Right, let's go up Enhanced. Okay. Oh, it's not going to work, is it, in my favour? What's a good playlist I can have while this is on? 2010s mix? Is that any good? You know what? There's some good songs in this playlist, so we're going to keep this playlist on. Right, here we go. Short qualifying in Belgium. Remember, it's only a few minutes. You've got to get your laptop in. You've got to remember your setup, and you've got to get it done. You don't want to extend the track limits, and you've got to remember it is short qualifying. You don't want to see anyone drivers here deciding they're going to just retire because they think they're safe, when actually it's not like that. It's not like full qualifying. As we wait for the championship leader. There's always one we have to wait for. And this time around, it is Mr. Skyline. Oh, my microphone crackled then. Hopefully it's not crackling on the stream. Right, 19 drivers tonight. Let's see who can get pole position for the sprint. Gonna call it pole. I mean, I got really Mike, what are you doing? Better behave. I'm gonna quickly... Okay, I'm gonna unplug my headset again. Right, radio check. Hopefully, I might have to change my controller. It's a new controller, so I don't quite understand why it's being like that. But everyone knows how controllers can be very temperamental at times. So it is Quick Mick in the McLaren, who's the first car out on track. I'm just going to quickly check that you can still hear me on stream, because, you know, I need to check these things. Am I really quiet now? Hopefully... Okay, we should be okay. I don't understand what's going on. There's so much noise going on in my background, like I'm in like game chat and listening to someone else. I might change my controller.
Can you hear me?
What?
Not me.
Oh! Oh, you've joined!
Can you hear me?
I didn't even register.
Yeah, it's saying connecting on my screen, so I don't know whether you hear me.
Oh, okay. That explains everything. I was like, is that my microphone crackling? That can't be right. But no, it didn't even register you joining the party.
I'm that sneaky.
You might have to leave the party and rejoin it to sort the connecting thing.
So you can hear me, can't you?
What, on stream?
I mean, I'm gonna check stream, but you can hear me in the party.
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, it's just not coming off my party overlay.
Okay, I can mute myself while I stream.
Alright, see. See, these are the things we have to deal with on you know, a quick little thing. I was like, what was I saying with the mic crackling? I was like, is that me? That can't be me, right? I can't hear my own crackling. That'd be a first. But no, that makes sense. Quick mix starting the first lap of the day. You can hear yourself.
Yeah, oh, it's started already. EPS, that lap.
As in you can hear yourself as an echo?
No, I mean on the stream. I heard myself on the stream.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop worrying now. It's been such a scuffed way to start the qualifying. Right, we all settled now. Are you here for the whole thing now?
Yep, I'm not even who's on the lap. Get my settings up.
Alrighty, while he's doing that, we're going to keep an eye on Quick. It's still flying through the first couple of sectors. Of course, I have to watch the car and McLaren, by the way. It's still not the greatest car on the grid, is it?
This is less orange than it's been in the past.
Yeah, true. There has been more
Morphing
orange.
into a black car now.
Yes. God knows what's happening to the bus stop. We've got two cars deciding they're going to go really slowly to wind each other up, probably.
Slipstream's powerful around here, that's probably what it is. You can gain about 3 tenths on the run down for a Rouge down the DRS for a slipstream here.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. But I don't see any slipstream going on in Division 5, so I wonder if we will see anything going on here.
I've not seen any at all this week. Nobody's really tried to risk it. Maybe because it's short qualifying, so you don't really have as much time to sort of organise it compared to when you've got 3 qualifying sessions.
That's very true, and also the fact that the track limits are so hard around here, and then just having the extra slipstream, puts extra pressure on yourself to do well. We've got another spinner. I think it's race quits, isn't it? See the Desborough race quits.
I was trying to figure out how to get through quickly. So, yeah, I scrolled through all 20 people, I didn't see anyone spin. So it looks like rage quit, he's going slowly. Quick maker 46.1.
That is correct.
Is that quick? I'm trying to remember if that's quick.
No.
Yeah, I was doing 44, wasn't I? So.
Yes. No, this isn't terribly quick, but it's a lap time nonetheless.
I think mid 44s will be pole position today.
Jamie, is that the different Jamie to what I was talking about on Division 5?
Yeah, there's about 3 Jamies in this league now.
Oh my god, this is
There's one in tier 4, one in tier 3, and one in tier 5. And you know we've got 2 Immortals.
45-3!
Yeah, even worse, we've got 2 Immortals racing today.
Oh my god, we do, don't we?
44-7 from Jamie already.
It's gonna get really confusing really quick, isn't it? It's alright, we've still got Mando. He's usually pretty entertaining to watch. Although I say that, he's not using his ERS, so has he accidentally turned that off? Or is he using it?
Is he on those 47 seems very slow. Yeah, I feel like he's maybe invalidated. I will check if he's invalidated his first lap. He's very slow for a second where he's got a lap time. Yes, he did invalidate the 46.4.
Oh, okay, while this all was happening, Jimmy's now gone top. Oh, Manzi towards the line. The other Ferrari, can we get Ferrari 1-2 going? No, not quite. There was hope. Button's on a lap.
Button should be quick. I actually have no idea who's going to be quick, so I'm going to just double check the standings. Assuming Cornish has updated them.
Yes, he has updated the F4, but for some reason Division 5 haven't been updated. And it was really annoying me.
Yeah, no, it's just because the report was slightly later, we didn't have time. But they knew their standings. But yeah, actually, top 3 in the championship are Skyline, Moggs, and Jedi Gamer.
Well, we got Red Bull off. See that corner there, where that Red Bull's off? That is caught out so many people so far. I know a couple of Division 5 had a crash
there. Yeah, you probably not realise as you've not been playing the game recently, but this game's a lot more difficult on the power, especially coming out of soft medium speed corners like that one. The one at the end of the Camel Straight, the third part of that chicane, and also Puon are all very easy to lose the rear end in this game compared to previous games.
Oh, Puon's been hard in every game. That hasn't changed. That's still difficult. So what I was mentioning earlier, Mr. Mighty Biscuit, is the possibility we get rain. We haven't really seen it all week, have we?
Apart from about 3 races had rain.
Yeah, which, well, 3 races out of what?
4.
8?
Oh,
Well,
I'm sure. Yeah, I've just lost. I know definitely yesterday had it. They had wet. I believe Div 2 might have had rain at some point. This has been at least two tiers had rain so far this week, so it's definitely, for being Spa, all to play for in terms of weather. Never such a long lap, it can be so tricky.
I do hope we get rain. Because, you know, I got to commentate on Division 5, but we had no rain. Felt everything. There's usually one session that's wet around Spa. Hello, Liam Fisher in the chat. Hello, Horizon. Horizon saying he's a new commentator person. I don't think you are really, are you? You've done plenty of comms in the past.
Maybe 3 before? 3 or 4 maybe? No, 3, I think I did. Austria, one at Zandvoort and one at USA, but yeah, each time's me with a different code comms, so you're my number 4.
Oh yes, I am. See? You've got a proper show on your hands when you're with me. We'll make the race entertaining if it isn't.
Oh well, Div 4 always entertaining, I think.
Oh god, yes.
Yeah, this bro looked like he was up, but he might have invalid it. I'm not too sure, it looks like he's going slowly. He was up about 2/10 coming through the middle sector, so he could jump himself up maybe into the top 3 or 4 with this run, if he is continuing. Let's see if he's going pretty far chicane, nailing the apex and the exit. Where does he go? P3. Nice. That's a nice and sort of flat 45.000.
See, that's what you want. Although you rather have it 44.000, because I think that might just get poled tonight. As here comes Immortal then, through the final chicane, someone else just went up. I think it was Williams of Morgs.
Yeah. Alpine, I think. I don't remember who's in what colour this season.
So, the other thing I've just noticed, Mr. Money Biscuit, is the fact Immortal's on PC, and it comes up saying PC on the left-hand side.
Yeah, oh, he's actually PlayStation. So that's, I assume that's PlayStation. Stadium's on PlayStation.
Oh. Well, you know what I meant! God damn it. People. As I think it was the Aston? No, which one's just gone up? It was the Haas.
Jedi Gamer, yeah, Team Haas.
Yep.
Jedi Gamer, who's, I think he's near the top of the championship. He's pretty much scored most of his points with the he's taking the sports car exit, trying to get out of the way.
As Rizzo is one of the last people to actually set a lap time now. I mean, do we even class Hippos as a lap time? It's a bit slow.
Hippos another out lap, actually he's validated his out lap. Things with here, it's so long lap.
Oh, Rizzo! Yep, that's easily done there. Although it's usually the corner afterwards. So
I found both, pretty much most corners on the track I've spun at during practice, apart from maybe the bus stop. It's the only corner I've actually liked this game.
Have you spun at Eau Rouge yet then? And Radeon?
I think I did when I was practicing in the wet. I tried to take a flat in the wet and that wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, we kind of have to see what corners you can take flat in the wet to start off with, so it's a bit difficult at times.
And we know what people like, don't always practice the wet, so I think wet rain will definitely have a big impact if it does come during any of the 2 races.
Yes, now the other Immortal's on a lap time. Is this the Immortal that's been here in the past? And then the other one's new, right?
Yeah, he's been here since a long time. I
can tell by how smooth. Oh, DPS just subscribed with Prime, so thank you DPS for doing that. Didn't have to.
Does the league get money from that? I have no idea how that works, but thank you for whatever you've done.
Yeah, the league gets money off that, I think. I don't really understand it.
It'll be paying for the trophies at the end of the season then, so thank you DPS, or whoever it was.
Yeah, DPS, who is currently in P4. He was a reserve driver DPS actually, but his form has been amazing.
Yeah, he might be right at top of the Div 4 list now, I think, or has he actually got a seat? No, he's now an Alpha Tower driver, yeah.
Yeah. Is he the only driver that's gone up into a seat since last week then, or has other people?
Yes, just DPS. We have got a few new drivers doing the first race, I believe. I believe it is Immortal G's first race. Actually, I think it's just him who's doing his first race.
I was going to say, I think that's the only new name I recognise there. I was like, okay, I'm going to wait for you to say the next one.
Oh no, Immortals first time this season he's racing, so...
We've got both Immortals, have we?
Yeah, so both Immortals do their first race of the season.
Alrighty, as Hippo, big mistake out the final corner, that's going to mess up his run. It's a 46.8.
He's got to find a few attempts. But even if he's got to find at least... Maybe
Rizzo! Oh, Rizzo's crashed with an Aston! Oh dear!
Yeah, and he's gone the other direction, he's got to reverse on the track. Actually doesn't get disqualified here.
That was Skyline involved in that. I don't know what's happened there between those two, but Skyline's got no wing now.
This show, let me just double check no one's got any penalties as well, any collisions. I didn't see anything come up. No, they haven't. Actually, surprisingly, so far this session, we've only had 4 drivers invalidate a lap time.
Well, that's pretty good, isn't it? So, yeah. We got another driver off. It is Hippo. And he's in a wall, actually, Hippo.
And how is he on wing? That's a very good save. He makes sure there's a McLaren coming up, just doesn't want to get in his way. There's good decision from Hippo to get out of the way there.
Yeah, I'm trying to find someone on lap. I think Button's on that lap. And Button has actually got a few poles, I think, this season. Or either way, he's been up there.
And he's going to get a nice slipstream off the Red Bull. No, the Red Bull is getting out of the way as soon as possible.
That was nice from Immortal, because Hippo was in a wall. That's how I know which one it was. That was the easy way to tell. Braking late into chicane. Easy to miss your braking point there. Whereabouts do you brake going into there? Because I brake at the board and I seem to...
I just guess. I don't have braking markers at all. As Button goes P1 by 2 tenths.
The thing is, I think with the track evolution, I don't think that's going to be pole position. I think the time's still be quicker than that.
Yeah, so especially with Jamie going out early now, he'll probably be one of the last to cross the line. Still a lot of people in the pits to do their second or even third runs. It's very close here to get 3 runs, and you have to only be able to do 1 lap per tyre if you want to do 3 runs. So you have yellow flags. And someone's fun.
Yeah, another thing, by the way, Rage Quits is another one who has pace, but so far his qualifying has cost him the races pretty much. Right now he's in P15, he's on a lap, but he really decides qualifying because I think he could be a championship contender.
But even if he finds 6 tenths, that's only just going to get him enough to get 1 more position. He's got to find realistically over a second to be even to battling in the top 10. So he's got to really push on this lap. He was 4 times up in sector 1, going through the Fanius chicanes, then braking into the Stavolo just by the start of the curb, turning and miss the apex slightly, runs right onto the curb through curve pull Frere. He's 9 tenths up. This will definitely be putting him in the top 10 if he continues his form. Along the straight, which isn't at all straight, up to one of the fastest corners on the track, launch with a spinner somewhere in the middle sector. As his Rage Quit comes down, lines of his braking, doesn't want to lock up, brakes perfectly, gets it turned in. I always find it tricky to get the car turned in if you've overshot here. Short shifts the 3rd, 4th, 5th, it goes to P9.
That's better, but still, that's still mid-pack. And I think it was Desborough who spun, by the way. I'm going to say it was Desborough.
Yeah, and he was 10th up in sector 1, so he was clearly pushing. Now he's obviously after spin, 17 seconds down.
Mighty invalidated on his lap as well. Let's keep an eye on Mighty through that. But yeah, Desborough was the only person on lap there. So is anyone just started lap time, or are we going to have to wait for people? Oh, Jamie. There we go.
Jamie's on the lap button. Is he up? Oh, he's going to sector 1 now.
Yeah,
he's got to find
he's
2 turns. He'll be able to see. He'll know whether he had a good turn 1. And he did, the 10th and a half. Wow. If, like you said, the track evolution might be working.
Over the crest. That's what I find actually the most trickiest on no traction when I was doing my practice and then gave up because I couldn't make it in the end. This corner is difficult as well because I shift down into 4th and then back into 5th. I know other people just stay in 5th, but I think that just loses momentum.
It depends on the setup, really. And
then this is my favourite corner. Just chuck it in right, chuck it in left. As long as you don't take too much curb in the left, when you get that right, it's so satisfying.
Yeah, and again, so with the track being so low downforce, you get a lot of understeer, so whoever can handle it understeer the best. I missed how much Jamie was up though.
He's flying. This is going to be a provisional pole lap time, I think. I think he can meet the 44.5.
And he'll get a nice toe.
gets out the way, which he hasn't really done.
I think he's just found out ahead that he probably wouldn't have put Jamie off too much. Bit of oversteer on the exit for Jamie, probably about a 0.4 maybe.
1/10 off.
Oh no, wow.
Button's not gone out again, so there's a minute left on the clock. This is people's last lap times coming in now.
One thing is, Jamie lost 2 attempts in Sector 3. So if he nails his lap, he's definitely got a chance to pole in there. So Manzi's retired in the pits, I believe.
Yeah, so Hippo won't be able to go up again either. So it's down to Mighty then. He's coming out the last bus stop chicane. Where is Mighty going to go on his final lap? Well, I say final lap. He's got 30 seconds, but I don't know if you can...
Yeah, you can't do 2 laps here. The ELS levels are so low and so many straights. You can't do 2 laps without losing 3 or 4 attempts in the last sector. Somebody's gone second. Jedi by a quarter of a tenth. He's gone second.
I'm trying to find who's close coming up to the line. Morgs! Yes!
0.3, wow.
That's more like it. That's what I'm used to seeing from Morgs.
Yeah, it's scary. His time was quicker than what I did on Sunday, so...
I think that's Mercedes getting slipstream, isn't it? Oh no, yeah. Just off the slipstream. I don't think the PlayStation user is going to gain time there. Nope.
I have a Mighty's a 10th up, Sector 1, but realistically, again, it's not going to do him that much help. You've got to find 3 tenths to 5 position.
Tell you what, it's chaos in Sector 2. Oh, quick Mick!
We're both on board, yeah. He was half a second up.
Yeah. Oh, and he's hit the wall. Don't rejoin like that!
He didn't even stop, but timed it well.
Someone's put 4 on as well. We've had 4 spinners in this
Rage
last
quit
minute.
spun. Where's Stavilo?
We got another one off, haven't we?
Haas is about to finish a bad dog. Good dog, 0.6. So in P6.
Oh god, that's Rage quits, isn't it? Oh, it's just about to go on board with that driver. They've just gone up massively. That was a Red Bull. I think it was a Mortal. Here comes Tedist. I don't know if this is enough from Tedist to get himself into a better position. Not quite. Close though. I think that's qualifying done.
Yes, I believe so.
Yep, that is qualifying done then.
So yeah, is that the top 3 in the championship on the top 3 on the grid?
Yep. That is correct.
No, it's actually Skyline's leading the championship.
Oh yes,
but
Mogs,
Mogs, Jedi and Butter are P2, 3 and 4 in the championship. So that will definitely... advantage for Skyline is but an extra 8 laps to make it back to the front.
There is a shock in this with the fact that Quick Mick is starting P13. Rage quits another bad qualifying P11. Skyline himself, the champion, is P10. Oh man, this is another quick one. He's P12. Tedis, you usually expect him to see in top 5. So the shock here is Desbro being P5 and Jamie being P4.
Yeah, it's definitely a sort of a lot of people out of position. I think the sprint race is going to be a bit chaotic. So
yeah,
I think it's going to bring a mixed result.
I mean, we saw in Division 5, the sprint race actually, first lap, was clean into Radzion where someone got sideswiped and hit the wall. So, there you have the qualifying with only 5 tenths separating the top 6. And then under a second separating the top 10. So that's pretty good.
Very close, especially for such a long track.
We just ignore the last person's time. 34 seconds off.
That's what happens when you unlucky invalidate your laps, but like we said, you've got an extra 8 laps to make it forwards, I think, Rizzo. So there's all possibilities to pick up points today. I think we've seen most races, we've not had more than about 11 or 12 finishes in the main feature race, so if you get to the end, you should pick up points.
Another interesting thing is Morg's the fastest sector lap time in all of his, and Button didn't. Button's fastest lap was 2 tenths slower in Sector 1 on his personal best.
I think it's the same with James win Sector 3. So it may be not an advantage that Moggs looked like he's very comfortably got. It might be a bit closer than that.
Yes, so now, is there a formation lap now?
It shouldn't be on. So hopefully I will remind him to not give up.
DPS said 3 cars, 3 spins, and 3 corners. Actually, there was about 4 or 5 because ended up being rage quits and quick milk after those 3 had been off. So that was 5 in 5 corners.
Look at the tyres. Oh, somebody's being silly.
Uh-oh. To be fair, it is a sprint race, so I don't think you really can change much. Can you change fuel mode?
Change fuel, and this game you can underfuel a lot. I started on 7.8 laps for an 8-lap race, so you can afford to underfuel on this game.
And yeah, everyone's on mediums. No one's going to risk the softs.
Yeah, that would be silly if they do. It's software very highly, but yeah, I'll let you take the start.
Alrighty. I have to do all the settings as well, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 red lights in the Belgian Division 4 Grand Prix. It's already underway. That's a quick start. Oh my word. Right, hopefully people all got away with that.
Someone stops in the back.
Oh, yeah, that's the Red Bull Hippo. So I'm guessing his wheel hasn't worked out into turn 1. There's a little contact. I think everyone has made it through. Oh, no.
Just two Mercedes touching each other. Not in a good way.
Yeah, there's about 5 cars
That's
off.
in a good way.
But no virtual safety car needed apparently from the game.
As we see side by side, someone was having a look, they haven't. No, they've backed out of their move.
Bad Dog up the inside into the chicane on the opening lap. This is risky early on. You've got Immortal looking to go through as well on this one, but everyone else is looking alright in this battle. Now my TV wants to turn off, of course. Why? There's no better timing, is there?
As the top 2 have pulled Jamie runs very wide. He's almost dropped out of DRS already, so... But actually, Moggs is burning all the DRS, Jedi, and Jamie barely using any. Moggs already down to 79%.
Yeah, I was just sorting out my remote there, so I've been on board with Immortal this whole time. Immortal deep! That's going to cost him. He has to be careful with his left now, because if you go deep in that first part, you're a long way side, well, a long way on the left-hand side afterwards. And I saw Emotive do that, yes, Division 5 and spun, because they got deep in the first part, and it just ruins the second part. It takes too much cover. This slipstream though, Button is all over the back, and so is Jedi.
Did Jamie maybe have contact in turn 1? You are not a 2/10 off qualifying and then lose a second and a half in the first lap. And the 2 leads are battling, Moggs making a move, Jedi Gamer's taking the lead. But ooh, it's a good exit from Moggs.
Side by side. Moggs with the advantage again, but how do you do that?
Oh, but Jedi scared him into running deep in his contact.
Oh, contact! Immortal spun further back, so his good start is... Oh god, I don't know what's happening further back actually. It's just like 7 cars for battling for no man's land. Let's do Eurasian Radzion one more time.
And that battling allowed Jamie now to catch up.
And Button.
Moggs very slow on the straight. Very slow.
Here comes Jamie!
No LS, caught him.
Hopefully everyone else, Teddis and Bad Dogs were side by side there as well. Teddis making a mistake. Actually, this is going to allow Desbro to maybe do a switch back on Teddis. Just didn't get the power on in time though to take any advantage out of it. My apologies, that came out of nowhere. Usually I can tell when I'm going to cough. That's a new one, that. Slipstream Festo, but what was? Borgs has dropped off a second.
Yeah, I think...
Is he disconnected or something?
I'm not sure what's going on. It's very odd. They're sort of all switching around pace all the time. First Jamie was slow, now Moggs is slow. It's Rizzo is the first, actually second drive to take a penalty this race.
Oh, don't forget Rizzo started last, already in P12.
Yeah, so good, actually, yeah, 7 places. And also Skyline's up 5 places, championship leader is right on the tail of a podium position here. So can we call it a podium? Top 3 position, let's call it that.
Oh, Teddis gets past Bad Dog. Yep. I don't know what happened to Bad Dogs. They lifted off, or just let through Teddis. So I don't know what's going on with these drivers a minute. It's quite a big lag.
Are they being silly and trying to get DRS even though it's not activated, Jack? But yeah, Bad Dog goes back for the move around the outside, but you can't really go around the outside unless you're not properly side by side there. It's just a fast lap at Moggs within that 1 second detection line after one on Desbro, yeah.
Just gets the traction out corner, but Bad Dog's quite late on the brakes. Not late enough this time. Spin! What's up? No! Skyline! Championship leader's off! After a good start, he's now in P11.
Has he kept his front wing?
Yes. It's just a quick spin. But on this game, though, if you spin once, it's hell. Especially as you only got 8 laps.
Yeah, but he's got a straight to cool down his tyres. With the tyre overheating being so bad in this game, at least he can have cool tyres coming into Le Com.
That's a good point. If there is a place to spin, that was DPS really late on the brakes there. Tell you what, DPS has not really gained or lost positions. But he's lost one, but he's got pace. To say that he doesn't go missing Apex, so. But yeah, like you were saying before, with the pace difference, Morgs has already caught Jedi up again, so I don't know what's going on here.
I think Morgs might be running a high downforce setup. So he's losing a lot of time in the straight, but gaining all back in middle sector. Yeah, he's matching Jedi in the middle sector with dirty air, so he's definitely running high front and rear wings. That'll compromise him down the straight.
Jamie was really wide there. You want to be careful of that, because this right-hander, you get dirty tyres from running wide. That would just spin you anyway. All these little things these drivers have to be careful for, and yet we still only have one disqualification of Hippo. He just didn't move.
DPS might be looking for a move. He's got his battery on. Bit of a squeeze, makes himself space, goes down the inside for Bad Dog. Bad Dog's going to get the better exit. Oh, he does actually. No, he doesn't actually. In the end, DPS gets to DRS and manages to pull a couple of temps. They'll both have DRS on the next straight.
So yeah, now you mentioned that, by the way, that means Morgs should be able to pass Jedi here, despite maybe the area difference you're noticing. As we have a spinner further back of the Mercedes of Mr. Blue Sky. That's a shame for Blue Sky, because he's now going to start a really bad position, as here comes Morgs to the outside. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah,
Jedi didn't even burn the LF at all, he's not even trying. He knows he's put all very deep by Jedi, he almost hit the back. He knows that's probably what Morgs and Jedi need to do, is work together. Build a gap to Jamie and then battle the last 2 laps for the win between themselves and not risk getting caught behind by Button and Jamie. Actually, MT can pass Quick Mick for P14.
So about people working together, the Battle P5, they are not working together. Once again, they were going side by side in chicane, so this is going to affect their starting positions. At the end of the day, the driver's also going to try and work out if they want to start on the inside or the outside. I mean, you obviously get points in it, but at the end of the day, if you're on the right side, you can gain a lot more points in the next race. So,
is it really worth the advantage for an extra 8 meters on the start side of the grid? Is it worth for the extra point you're guaranteed? Because you never know what's going to happen in the race. It's going to be safety cars, rain, possibly. I would always bank the points than risk getting to anything silly. As you see, Quick Mick, Immortal.
That's a long way further down.
Yeah.
I mean, both drivers have had offs here. Well, I think Quick Mick was disqualifying, but he got brought up in that Turn 1 incident.
Surprisingly,
were involved with.
Not many, and really, Immortal's the only one to have lost a massive amount of places, down 7, maybe Blue Sky down 4, but no one else really lost too many places at the start.
That's interesting, because there was definitely some sort of wing damage going on at Turn 1.
You might have noticed because you're not racing this game, but wing damage isn't as bad as it's been in the last game. If you have a little yellow bit or an orange bit, you can normally get away with it in a sprint race and just sort of lose 2 or 3 temps a lap rather than pitting. Especially no safety car. Here
comes Jedi again, but once again, this should be a relatively easy pass. So they're saying that it's only just levelled Morgs, so...
Neither were using the LS though. As you see, Button battling Jamie.
And that has already brought back the Desbro, Tennis, DPS and Bad Dogs, so...
Yeah, oh, Tennis is off.
No!
Oh, shame for the McLaren driver, Willie. He's going to slot into P10. He could still get points. He's only a couple of positions away from points. So it's only the top 8 who score in this race. 8 for first place, all the way down to 1 for 8th place. Jedi, leader picks up penalty.
Yeah, that's big. Because, you know, in an 8-lap sprint race, you're already getting penalties in this, and you're going to be struggling later on as Immortal as well.
So I think Jedi had to be sensible now. Morgs isn't in a race against him. He needs to just not battle Morgs. If Morgs gets a run, let him go, use his DRS, and hope to build a gap to Jamie, which he has at the moment, 3.2 second gap. He could still get second here.
As Matt in chat put, Hippo forgot he had a car, so I don't know what that means. But welcome to the stream, Matt, unless you texted earlier, which I don't think you did actually. So, Mr. Morgson in the DRS again. Will we see a switch again? Or is he now going to sit behind because he knows about that penalty?
I will check, make sure Moggs has got any warning. No, he's clean. So, assuming he doesn't spin or have contact, I think this might be Moggs' victory. But it's still 3 laps to go.
Yeah, further back, Button's under a lot of pressure here. I think he's just out the DRS of Jamie as well. So Button, one of the points leaders, could be in a bit of spot. Well, that's the words I'm looking for. Spot of bother. That's what I was looking for. Skyline as well. Championship leader's now got a penalty. Because Desbro.
Oh,
Button's late. Giving each other the space. I'm going to see it from DPS's POV because DPS is going to go for the switchback on the pair of them. Not quite. Oh!
One thing is the front of the Desbro, both less than 20% ERS, DPS more than double.
Yeah, so the favourite is in DPS's hands, but once again they've already reeled in Jamie for that DRS. So Button was a little bit in a bad space there. It's no longer as Skyline overtakes Rage Quits into the pull-on. So that was a pretty brave move from Skyline.
Yeah, he's got his penalties, so he's going to have to build a big gap if he wants to pick up points in this race.
I think that was track limit. 5 DPS is gone! No!
That will allow Skyline to get points.
And he's got to make sure he rejoins safely, which he has done.
Yeah, he's got a gap to Immortal GX behind, so... But yeah, P12...
yeah, I thought he was looking the best.
Well, we were saying we've sort of jinxed him. Every time we said he was looking good, they seemed to... Oh! Rage Quit break very late to get a move on. Skyline didn't get it done, though.
Back to the leaders. Is Moggs going to risk the overtake, which he doesn't need to do, but... If these two do battle, I suppose... Moggs could be thinking about later on and putting Jedi back a few places. Maybe try and back him up a little bit.
I think for 1 point in the sprint race, it's not worth causing issues. You don't want to risk any contact or anything like that happening. Especially this early in the season. I don't know, maybe it's the last race of the season, but yeah, not close as we see Button getting everything right, Desbro.
And this time Desbro shuts the door, making sure that Button can't do the switchback he did last time. So that is the overtake done. As I think Jamie's lagging quite badly, to be honest. This car's quite jittery for me as Immortal gets past DPS, who is struggling now after those stat spin.
Yeah, the tyre wear, it's even on medium. It's not an easy walk in the park to get these top 8 laps. As you see, DPS going deep, trying to get around the outside. It's not going to make it work through that corner. He's not going to look into no-name corner. He's not. He's sensible, backs out, and maybe gets a run to poo on. Left side by no, he backs out again.
Yeah, Mercedes driver again of Mr. Blue Sky is off. Mando, where's Mando? He's P16 minute, but...
As we see 3 wide for about P13 or 14, about 4 minutes space, about a second. Oh, that was that lag, I think. At least on my screen I saw DPS almost lag and jump back into Mikey's path.
I think he lost the car a little bit. Oh, no, he spun again!
The car there.
Puts it reverse though, so that was quite good. Making sure if he did spin there, which he did, he put it in reverse, so he made sure he got out the way of other drivers. As now, here comes Morgs. Is he going to want to win this race on track, though? Because you don't really need to risk this, Morgs.
Both on the RS, but Morgs on DRS and Slipstream, he looks like he's got this fairly comfortably. Jedi knows what to do, but it's behind the back as well, so that's going to help Jedi with penalty build a gap. Jamie...
They're still battling, though. Jedi holds on. I don't know how Jedi managed to hold that on, because Morgs was pretty much done before the braking zone. Good late braking being shown there then.
Yeah, Jedi doesn't want to risk anything making silly moves. He's only got 4.5 seconds as we see DPS is DNF in the pit lane. Last lap, yeah.
I suppose if you're not going to gain anything, you might as well just call it a day.
Yeah, but if someone does retire on the end of this lap, you would gain extra, but yeah, it's very minimal gains. It's Mando, where's Mando making a move there? Oh, side by side through no-name corner. Mick has damage as well, so managed to keep the pace though.
Maybe he's immortal now on the back of Mando as well, so that damage of Mando is really... Oh no, he spun! Immortal into the wall, I think. Well, it was either a laggy into the wall or he did actually hit the wall there, so... Same driver struggling, but it is going to be Jedi to win this race on track, but with the penalty, it's only going to drop one position to Morgs. So Morgs is going to win the sprint race here today. Put himself on pole position for later. Desmo comes home in the P3 to start the second row and get those points for that as well.
Well, Skyline drops behind with a penalty. Championship leader means the gap for the championship now is down to just 4 points between Skyline and Morgs. With Jedi
wing
which is another 2 points behind.
Immortal brings it home P14. His penalties made him drop along there. But yeah, how was the sprint race there then for you? I think it was a bit... It had its moments.
Yeah, I think people weren't being overly aggressive. They knew it's easy to take with DRS here. Don't miss crashing and having a bad grid spot, so take the points and battle in the next race.
And obviously that person who rated up early, they're going to get a penalty. Will that penalty go for the sprint race or to the other one? And I've just switched it across, by the way, so you don't have to tell me to do that.
Oh no, I've got it here, so I can just take a photo myself. So.
Oh, that's all right then.
Yeah, if I rather than have to go back to stream an hour later.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
That's why always different looks different, because I've always just taken a photo of the different results. But yeah, do you walk us through the results?
What, you want me to do it?
Oh, I can do it, yeah? Okay, we've got 26 seconds, so Moggs in first. Jedi Gamer in second after he crossed the line in the lead, but with a penalty. Despro finished off the top 3 from 5th on the grid. Jamie, Button, Bad Dog, 5th, 4th, 5th and 6th, with Rage Quick actually in the end picking up 2 points. And Skyline picking up 1 point. And then the round of the top 10 on the grid will be Tedist in 9th and Old Manzi in P10. And Rizzo gets my drive of the sprint up 8 places to P11. And with a penalty.
About the other drivers?
There was somewhere.
They don't matter, they know. They didn't get in the top 10 except from the Rizzo getting the shout out for the most positions gained. So now the question is, Mr. Muddy Biscuit, do you start on the softs, the mediums, or the hards?
I would avoid it's going to be a one-stop medium hard or hard medium as Tedist. I will invite him back in.
Oh, that's going to be his race done though, because at the start the AI is going to be that. Mid-pack AI. Oh, that's going to be chaos.
But yeah, I would go, it's going to even be medium hard or hard medium. Softs are pretty terrible, they only really last 5 laps, so unless there's a late safety car, I think people will be avoiding them unless they try and nick fastest lap. I prefer to start always on the softest tyre, so in this case, as they've already readied up, that's very quick, I would start on the medium and try and hope for a safety car. Yes, hopefully the host captured that, because that's not very good.
I was going to get a goddamn drink, but now I don't really have time.
Yes, I wanted to pop to the loo, but okay, that won't happen now.
No, I mean, yeah, I suppose it probably will be a safety car early on anyway.
Yeah,
oh, it's compound tyre for Skyline. What? Championship leader? Going to be something different, but if you get damage...
Yeah, I think you only get, at least you only have 1 set of parts this race, but I'll let you take the start again.
I'm currently looking at the grid still. It's not letting me get off the grid.
I have the grid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights out, and away we go. Moggs gets the start. There's a slow start from an up. There's already damage before even turn 1. Moggs, there's lots of damage leading into turn 1. Jedi Gamer keeps P2.
I'm going to leave the lobby, I think.
Okay, yeah, hopefully they can still hear me out. I'll do radio comms. Jedi Gamer.
Restart my game.
Moggs gets Desbro 1, 2, 3. As DPS has now also been parked in a dangerous location. I think there's been an issue with this lobby with obviously the starts as Desbro is getting around on Moggs game, and they're going to be free wide into the Lecum.
Hold on, because I've restarted the stream, they won't be able to hear you. That's so annoying, because literally I had the grid from last race up. I'll let you know when they can hear you. What was that though? I've not seen that before.
I can't invite you to... Is your Xbox off?
Okay. No, I'm just reloading that. They can hear you again now, yeah, so you can continue.
Desperate taking the lead, and we've got Moggs in second, Jedi Game in third, Bad Dog button, and a quick Mick gets past Jamie on the exit of no name corner, going side by side through Puon, but yeah, Jamie has to back out sensibly there. Biggest move on this third lap is, I don't know why I started saying that sentence because I haven't checked. Quick Mick up 7 positions, up to P6 from P13 on the grid, so we see Jamie and Tedis go side by side as Immortal GX has spun after Puon, and actually as a Ferrari, no, it looked like a no-wing, but it's just a visual glitch. Jamie battling Quick Mick still for P6, and it's actually the top 2 and 3 battling Desbro, Moggs and Jedi Game all within the second. As Moggs, is he going to have a look into the final chicane lap 1? No, he isn't. As side by side, we see no one go, and then Jedi's just putting in a couple of tenths as Desbro, why did that fast lap over quite late? Desbro is still in P1. He's got a decent exit out of it. Turn 1, he's pulled another 10th on the exit. He's got 6 tenths on Moggs as DPS, though he's got disqualified on the line again.
It's just got a screen saying DPS left.
Yeah, so we have 3 drivers in the pit on lap 1, Rizzo, Old Mandy and Immortal. So Rizzo, after we again, seems to be a commentator's curse today. Every driver we say is doing well seems to have issues. Looks like they're serving a 5-second penalty as well. Or is that, yeah, I wonder what that was for. But you have yellow flags, somebody else has spun off. Oh, someone else, Quick Mick's off.
Oh, Quick Mick, I'm just watching crash.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I was watching, he was in the pit and a safety car. No, BSC.
Brilliant, I get back to a safety, well, virtual safety car, but even so, come on.
Oh, I missed one. I think I just saw Quick Mick go off in the back and I was watching somebody else, but...
He just drove straight off on my side.
He must have had contact, yeah, and not be able to regain control.
Yeah, well, that was bizarre. I have a black screen on my stream now, so I don't know what's going on. Unless it's just my phone being like that, or is stream just showing blackness?
Skyline, championship leader again, another penalty, speeding under the VSC.
Oh, it's just my phone.
So that's really going to affect him, drop into the back of the field, or he's going to drop to at least sort of 14th or 15th, I think. When he takes his penalty, I would take it as soon as possible. As we see, Aston Martin. Skyline almost hit the wall again.
Yeah.
And
tell you what, if he continues like this, he's not going to be champion either by the end of this race.
As Jedi is very close to... No, he was having a look, but didn't manage to make the move.
How was Desbro winning this race?
He got
that must have been a great start.
Yeah, they went 3 wide up the DRS straight. Skyline sensibly taking this penalty early on as soon as possible in case of another safety car. He's on his hards though, so...
Or did Skyline get damaged from when he hit that barrier?
No, he had a drive-through for speeding on the VSC, but he's taken a... Oh. So he's got to pit this lap onto mediums and then take a drive-through next lap and still have to pit back onto hards because the mediums aren't going to take him the whole race. He's going to have to do a free stop this race.
Here comes Button on the brakes against Bad Dogs. We've seen these guys battle already today, and Button this time around gets the move done. Mighty gets past Tennis as well. Hey, what, Tennis is lifting and coasting already, so I wonder if he's gone low fuel mode and then hasn't seen the lap 1 safety car, so maybe he's panicking already. Then further back.
Oh, is that Skyline on those cold tyres? Yeah, this game, cold tyres after pit stop. Oh, not a good combination. You have to really lift on the first lap out of the pit lane, which I don't think he's really not done.
Can't believe the drive that Skyline's having at the minute. This is a disaster.
Rizzo and Mando contact at Rouge. It looked like they're literally almost going back to front, almost pushing each other through the corner. I assume Mando might have had to lift because of the wing levels and maybe that caught Rizzo out. Oh, sideways again. Skyline. I just saw him sliding across the track, but yeah, not great for a championship leader, as you said.
I can't see him winning the championship. Well, leading the championship after this round, shall we say? So this is going to be damage limitation from Skyline. He's going to have to be praying for a safety car. I mean, Division 5 saw like 2 VSCs and like 3 safety cars, so anything can happen. Is Immortal on the brakes against Rage Quits or Rage Quits in the pits? Rage Quits.
Oh, that must be for damage. You don't pit this early on for hard tyres. Hard sort of have a last round of about 16. I think lap 6 is the earliest you can take the hards. Which, yeah, doesn't look like he's... oh, did you have drive-through then? It's like a drive-through, but look, we needed a 6/10 gap.
Yes, but with the DRS being enabled, I don't think he can pull away just yet.
And Jedi, I'm sure he must have made a mistake in sector 1. He was only about 8 tenths coming into the bus stop. There's another yellow flag because Skyline. Shame for Skyline. He's done this. Shane and about 4 other drivers have done this week and crashed at Gulf Pool for.
Yeah, I saw the end of that. I didn't see the beginning part, but he might have got distracted by the car being off, I suppose, in front of him. But that's your champ season out of this race.
Mando! Oh no! He coming through Blanchimon or cut on, and the safety car Skyline would have wanted. Yeah, Mando stuck. He got speed, not beach, but sort of got stuck on the inside curb and just sort of threw him into the inside wall. It's a shame, but what would you do now, Rocket? Would you pit for hards or would you hold it out?
Hold out. You've done 3 laps on fresh mediums, so. And there's going to be another safety car, I reckon. Especially because safety cars cause safety cars, as we know.
Yeah.
Well, actually saying that though, would you want to pit for hards and then when other people haven't pitted, you gain them on the undercut because of the safety car that happens after the safety car?
Look, that's the thing, but then everyone, those have fresh tyres. I think if you pit now, you're going to struggle in the race. You're going to be at about 80% if there's no other safety cars. Anyone risking it? Yes, somebody is. Morgs is risking it.
Morgs. Yeah, that's a risk by Morgs and Button. Bad Dogs.
Yeah, to also remember they've got 2 laps behind. They have at least 2 laps behind the safety car to keep those tyres at decent conditions. But when I was doing a practice race, with no safety cars, you pit on lap 9, so they're pitting 5 laps earlier than expected. That's 7 kilometers the track, one of the longest of the year. That's a lot of actual tyre life they're going to have to go through.
Tedis's AI is still there, by the way, and you can't retire the car.
Have you tried? I saw him in the chat say he's overheated. Have you tried at all getting back in? Tedis?
The lag sounds P6 is unreal. Oh yeah, you have the audio glitch on Morgs. That's what it means. Which is an annoying glitch to have. But so far, I missed the start and pretty much the first couple of laps. But after that, I've got to say, this is starting to build up to be quite a race. Was not expecting to see Desbro winning when I got back. The people who pitted though, in the likes of Morgs and Button, are only come out P6, P7. They've only lost a couple of positions. So everything is still to play for in this race.
Yeah, so as we saw, what's happened to that gamer?
Did you have a lag spike and go backwards on Jamie, or did Jamie just get legal overtake?
Yeah, the thing is now, the game can be quite funny with a legal overtake.
Nah, it's alright, because Jamie went all 4 wheels off the track, it was alright.
Yeah, fingers crossed, it's not going to give anybody a penalty. But like you were saying, yeah, Morgs, Button, Bad Dogs, all those who are pitted.
Oh! Don't tell me it's just got him a penalty on the safety car. No?
Somebody's,
okay, there's a lot of lag going on.
Blue Skies had an issue. Dropped behind 2 places.
Okay, this lobby is very laggy.
And one person, I see Mal Mandy having to let Blue Sky pass, so Blue Sky looks like he's not had an issue. And Alligators made him take the positions back, but yeah, somebody shout out for it's Immortal, up 8 places, and he's on his pit stop as well. He's currently in a net P4, from 17th on the grid.
That's a very good start from Immortal.
Hopefully we haven't jinxed him.
Well, to be fair, because it's hards, you say they were really bad coming out of the pits, but now they had a safety car on those hards, they shouldn't be as cold as what they normally would be. Or do you reckon they'd still be
No,
hot?
they can be even colder at safety. Not when you come out of the pit lane, you get the tires to 70 degrees, and a safety car, especially at a very slow restart, it could be as low as 65 or even 60. So I think those on the mediums will have about an extra half a lap where they have slightly warmer tyres, can use that to the advantage, maybe pull a couple of tenths a gap, and maybe pull out of the DRS in the first 2 laps with those warmer tyres.
Surprised no one's tried doing my kind of restart this season yet, where you go like 20 to 30 mile an hour for like 3 corners. And then as the line comes up, you then accelerate, because everyone who's then got cold tyres really struggles. That's my tactic, you see.
Oh, big
just
lag
give everyone
spike
else.
for Jamie. Yeah, I might. Yeah, I will send him a message and ask him for a connection test at least, because that's not a great.
I don't know if it's the lobby though, because it's not just Jamie who was lagging.
Two people put in default chat that he's
lagging,
lagging, so I'm gonna ask.
The question is it unraceable lag?
Thing is, always is a bit worse behind the safety car because you've got lots of cars together. When you spread out, it can sort of settle down a bit.
Tell you what though, I was actually impressed with the lobby on Division 5. I don't think there was any lag issues during that one.
Which one was it had restart? No, Div 1 had a massive issue. Everyone was like almost potato internet lagging the whole sprint race. We had to call a restart at like lap 3 because everyone was bumping around not knowing where they were. Mogs, wait, did Mogs disconnect?
I didn't Mogs. Yeah, when was that? Oh, spin on the safety car, blue sky.
Is that the one we just... No, it wasn't. He spun twice now. Now I wonder what the game's going to make him get the positions back or safety car in his lap though.
Yep. So what kind of restart can Desbro do?
Backed up early.
Keeping it at 70 to 80. I'd say that goes between 80 and 90 mile an hour, so changes it quite quickly after that.
If you go too early here, it can auto brake the leader, which can cause an issue if he goes too early.
Yep. He's keeping it now 120.
He's got to pick it up quite quickly.
A little bit.
He's
hasn't gone yet.
What's happened?
Out the chicane, applies the throttle. We are going to go racing now on lap 6. As there is chaos further back. I don't know what is going on, but that's a gap and a half between this lot.
Yeah, I think Tellers
and
Mighty have an issue. I think something happened. They might have gotten a legal overtake and he couldn't get it back. His Mogs has left the session. I'll get back in.
No. Oh, this is the worst time to have an AI. We have side-by-side action going into Overregion Radion with an AI in front of them. The eye is lifted.
It'll be
it's alright,
see who
through. Red Bull off. Oh, got a penalty for it as well. Up the inside goes Button on the AI. AI is battling really hard. Somehow though Desbro does the restart of Dreams have 0.8 ahead.
The top 3
this is not good news for Mogs. I see back dogs on the inside of Mogs. His AI, that was brave. The AI sat up luckily.
It's back into hopefully he'll get in soon.
Yeah, we have seen cases before though. If you go for a move like that, the AI will just turn in on you and then you get wing damage and it's basically a race ruined.
Yeah, it's who does practice with AI, who knows what the AI is going to do, how they're going to react to situations. We see Mighty and Immortal battling. Immortal around the outside.
Yeah, nice move there by Immortal. And then he has the inside for this left hand, but didn't even really need it. He got the move done before then. The other Mercedes of Immortal is looking racy as well. But the top 3 even have gone.
Yeah, this Button. Very close to Ted's. Ted's must have had a stakeout curveball for on those fresh hard.
Oh, the slipstream! You don't want to accidentally clip someone through there because that will put them straight into wall side by side. Into the boss stop. Bum with the inside. Into the space. Morgs further back. They're now going 3 wide. Almost. Goes Bad Dogs again on the brakes. Doesn't decide to go for it, but they're still side by side.
Yeah, you get Bad Dog with better exit. Not side by side for Rouge, please no. They're both burning EOS.
Jamie's asking if he needs to retire, but I say, well, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere at the moment, so I wouldn't have said it's a problem yet. Because Immortal as well. They're all side by side with someone. Bad Dogs though gets past Tedis on the brakes.
Oh, I forgot Tedis is an AI still.
Oh yes.
So I was wondering if there's great battling side by side. It's been an AI.
Oh look at the AI though. Look how much is backing them up.
AI now. Like Mogs has a big snap.
Ooh. You know, Morgs is back. Group 2 on one more time. If it is an AI, I'd be surprised because they are keeping up with it.
Yeah, but he's
Well,
losing time. He's losing a lot of time. 1.4 seconds now. It's 60 AI, I think we have it on, so it's about 2 seconds elapsed slower. Oh, you can see how early it breaks there.
Yeah, you can tell. Tennis is usually really good on the brakes, so. Oh, spin immortal! Oh, what a lovely 360 save! Oh, they're making contact!
Oh.
What's left? Immortal and Ormandy, jeez! It's not a brave, aren't they, today? 1.1 seconds for Desborough at the front, though. Gotta say, he's in kind of the best and the worst boat, because he still has to do a pit stop. In fact, these top 3 still do. As, I think, Rage quits.
No, something's happened between Rage Quit, Rizzo, Hippo, more, I'm too short, or did Rage Quit just spin by himself?
The Ferrari of Ormandy just hit the back of Tennis. I'm hoping he didn't get wing damage from that, but that was a hard hit. Head towards Evolution Radzion.
Jamie making a move fairly comfortably, not even using any OS. Jedi's coming back.
That is Jamie into P2.
That's not yet, is it? Oh, yeah, that's not. Jedi keeping his foot in it.
Yeah. But that means that it's 2 seconds as Tennis' AI still getting in the way of people.
Oh, it's off the move! Oh, I thought it was going to go for a move there.
Thing is, you kind of half expect it to be AI and half not at this point.
Oh, his Immortal says he got past it quickly, that's going to help him. Seems like if you get stuck behind it for a whole sector, you're going to lose a second or two.
Yeah, Blue Sky now needs to get past the AI as well, but that has meant the pack has escaped a little bit with Desborough on 1.8 second advantage just because of those two battling.
Actually,
but don't forget, this is not on the mediums, 5.2 seconds, they still got to make a pit stop.
Look how much Jedi's gained back in the middle sector already. He's gained 4 tenths in the middle sector. Just almost every mini sector it's dropping by a couple of hundred. So gained 4 tenths in the middle sector, as he says that he didn't lose some time straight.
Blue Sky cannot get near Tennis at the moment.
I just realised Button has a penalty. They all 3 seconds.
Oh yes.
I'm just going to check. They are all 3 seconds apart from Immortal, who's got 6. Immortal IO, who's got 6.
I know, it's so confusing having 2 Immortals. But yeah, Tennis' AI is really putting in a
takes the Sebastian Vettel 2011 line through the bus stop.
I won't just go straight on.
Yeah, pretty much. He's got, and Rizzo's in the pit lane. Off the hards, he must have damage. You don't want to do 13 laps on mediums. I don't suspect. It's Immortals.
Oh no! Well, there you go.
We should just stop jinxing drivers.
That's
a full safety car.
Oh, the other Red Bull!
Have they both crashed in sympathy with each other? As if they crashed in sympathy?
Yeah. He's seen his Red Bull in the bar. He's like, yeah, let's go get a beer together, mate. Hopefully they're both okay after that one.
There's Rizzo onto the softs. Is that some sort of strategy called under the safety car and now they're going to pit back onto the hards or onto the mediums? That's a weird odd choice.
Yeah, everyone started doing that after I did that and won a few races, I've noticed. Because no one was doing that before I did. I did it at Britain, it's how I won Britain's race. As,
Who's yet to pit?
Yeah.
Not many. Would you, if you were people on the hard, would you pit for medium? No, they don't have any mediums, do they? Because they use them at the start and use them in the sprint. So those hard
That's
runners,
the thing though, if you go harder option at the start though, do you get an extra medium?
No, you only have 2 the whole weekend.
But what's the harder option for then? Because you can either go soft or harder.
No, you don't. There's no hard option in this game. You get stuck with...
What did I come across then?
It depends on what qualifying format you have. So you see most of the top 3 pitting. If you do short qualifying and sprint, you get 2 mediums and 1 hard. So you use a medium sprint and a medium hard in the race. Being held in the... I thought it was being held in the pit lane, wasn't it? It was just a visual glitch.
Some of the hard runners are in as well, but I suppose this is a free pit stop for those people on hards. Well, for the hard runners who've been on hards so far.
I think remember those people on mediums did the first 3 laps on the mediums. They're not brand fresh mediums. They've done the 3 laps, and now they're doing another 12 laps now. So they got to do 15 laps on those tyres, which is going to be tough.
So everyone, except from P9 onwards, are on hards. And 10 lap on hard for Mighty. Is Mighty pitted? Did he pit lap 1? No, Mighty hasn't pitted. I would have pitted for mediums, gone fresh mediums to the end, like Morgs has done.
That's, yeah. It's blue skies.
But Morgs has pitted twice.
To stop, so that's not a choice. I will be returned in 30 seconds.
Very well. In that case, we will continue on behind the safety car. We get to see the 2 green Astons at the front of the fields. Safety car has done a lot of laps this weekend. Well, this week, shall I say. Started off with the sprint race for having a couple of retirements. We've already smashed that in this race with having a lot more drivers out. The DPS being disqualified. So in the chat then, who is going to win this race? As Hippo put in the chat, team bonding. And Liam was very unhappy about the Red Bull. You win some, you lose some. Shall we say. Crucially, Old Mandy's in front of the AI car, but for Blue Sky and Ritzo, they both need to get past that AI pretty quick on the restart. When that restart comes, of course. I don't think it'll be this lap, but it might be.
Depends how quickly Rizzo joins the pack. It could be this lap, but I've seen issue times this week when it's actually come like 1 lap more than expected.
Yeah, it went 1 lap more in Division 5 as well. Which is why when someone got a penalty, because obviously you got the stream thing at the top, it caught me out quite a lot. As a motorbike rider, keep going back and forth past my house at the moment, it's just quite annoying. At least I don't do that. I just ride properly and go proper roads. But not back and forth. That's annoying. Old Manzy and Morg's having all sorts of... Oh god. Don't overtake each other on safety cars. Mighty's now pitted. What? I don't understand this. Unless he's done what we said earlier about pits. No, he hasn't pitted twice.
I think he maybe has just made. He didn't realise or didn't think they could do the full distance. So of 11 laps, so wanted to go 1 lap longer. But yeah, it's you don't really get more than 2 or 3% wear runs in the safety car. But yeah, I think he was going to be at the back anyway. So it's only really cost him probably 1 place to Rizzo.
And then Blue Sky did the same thing. Well, this thing we spoke about him possibly doing was pitting twice. 1 onto softs and then back onto a medium or hard, so.
What? Who's... Where is he? Oh, yeah, he's gone hard, soft, medium, yeah.
What an interesting call again.
Yeah,
well, that means we've got a few more drivers behind the AI, never mind.
Oh, yeah. At least he's out the points, you could say. I just realised on the race director. Oh, that's odd. On the race director, you can go on and actually see the sprint results, which is good.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, and it tells you. I think it's everyone is -3 seconds. Quick Mick is +10 laps. I think it's slightly broken, but.
Well, yeah, mine had that come up at the start of the race and then didn't disappear.
Oh, the actual timing. Oh, okay. You obviously accidentally pressed start. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I had to restart my game because I couldn't see anything.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
And then I tried pressing like A onto the lap times and stuff, and then I pressed B and it wouldn't let me back out. What?
Might have the same issue.
Okay. Do you want to quickly restart your game then?
So restart the game.
Yeah, because you can't back out.
Okay, let's not try that again then.
Yeah, no. I'm not having that again. Safety car's in this lap as well, but...
If you can ping me in, I can probably join off you.
I'll give you an invite now before they get racing.
Cute.
So yeah, we both had the same glitch.
Yeah.
Hopefully Cody's fixed that, because that would get very annoying. Especially if the streamer has it more than once. Button though. How good is Button at safety car restarts on 7 lap old hards? 10 lap hard for me, for Immortal, that's going to be interesting. I expect he's going to go backwards quite quickly. Button then, he's already got a 7/10 gap on Bad Dogs, so Bad Dogs is not staying close. I don't understand drivers who don't stay close on the safety car restarts.
Yeah, you sort of need to be well do car lengths.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Button's got an 8/10 gap because, you know, Bad Dogs was so close again. Oh well, that means that Button's now got 8, 9, 10th gap advantage on the straight. It's side-by-side action in the background. That's Morgs already making a crucial move to get past Old Manzi on the safety car restart. But now these hard runners have to be careful through Erosion Radion again. But so far, everyone has made it through there safely, as you have now joined. I was half expecting to say that was a person DNFing, to be honest. As here comes a Desbro then. Oh, mistake by Bad Dogs on the brakes. It's going to allow Button to escape a bit more. The people on the mediums, I would have thought, were trying to make a bit more advantage than what they have so far. I.e. the likes of Morgs, Mighty and Blue Sky. Further forwards, though, it is starting to already be the Slipstream Fest that we saw earlier. With the fact that Jedi Gamer needs to get past Immortal on the 11 app. Oh, 11 app. Oh, medium. Hards. What am I saying?
I am.
God damn it.
Back in.
You're back?
Yeah, there we go.
Alright, see. Welcome back.
Thank you, and oh wow,
As,
2-second lead already.
Oh, Rage Quit's went off the track a little bit there. You have to be cautious with doing that, because sometimes you can go off a little bit there and it just put you straight into a wall.
As Jedi Gamer
But
on the fresh hards is Immortal on the old hards. It's on lap 1. Wow.
yeah. The inside.
Ooh.
He's going to fight it back on the inside of the other bus stop and somehow holds on. That's fair enough. Ritsu gets past the area of tennis. But here comes Jedi again. Is Immortal going to defend? No. Is Immortal going to look for a switch back or he's going to hold around the outside? No way through. Uh-oh, Muddy's left. Are you here? Has your Xbox killed it? We're seeing a lot of problems tonight with the Xboxes. As here comes Jamie again. I haven't... Oh! Yeah, you're not. What? Yeah. You left the session on my screen. Yeah, at least it's not happened overall, because otherwise we'd be looking at, what, another restart? What would you call the results 14 laps in? 49 seconds. Oh god, all sorts of problems are happening here. It's Jamie is all over the back of Mortal. Ran it slightly wide though because of dirty air. Mortal made a big mistake. That should help Jamie on the second bit of this corner. Do need an invite. Hold on, let me just watch Jamie pass Mortal. Should be a relatively easy move, and yes it is. And then I shall give you the correct lobby invite. Yeah, I don't know what you do if other people have that problem, to be honest. Yeah, but if it was like one person there, you want to still kind of call a restart. Alright, see. Well, at least people got away with that. As Button then with a 7/10 advantage against Bad Dog. Tell you what, Bad Dog's car looks so loose through Erosion Radion. It's like it's going to spin, as Morgs is still all in the back of Immortal as well now. DRS overtake Button in use, should get this move done relatively easy, and he does. So Morgs is now into P6 on the mediums. 7 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Morgs wants to win this, he's got to make an overtake on one person every single lap. Except for Button, who's got a penalty. Jedi penalty as well now, by the way. Well, I'll laugh so hard if it only comes up with saying it's finished again. Let's see how it goes. As Morgs runs wide again there, that's cost him quite a few tenths on Jamie. Thing is, those minions are only really faster against the hards to begin with, and then after that they'll decay quite a lot. So Morgs, if he wants to make this progress, he needs to do it rather quick. Through the tricky right-handers again. This is where you need the confidence in the car. Don't clip the inside curb. If you clip the inside curb or the grass, it will spin you. Oh, Mandy's all at the back of rage quits as well. Are you in? Here comes Desbro. Possibly. I think Desbro's going to wait till the next straight, though. Desbro and Bad Dogs are currently fighting for P1, but if they battle as hard as what they've done and doing, we could see what will happen before, where the race leader could pull out enough of a gap to win the race overall. I can't remember who did that. Here comes Desbro, though, on to the straight. Manages slitching his way past Bad Dogs, and actually, because they didn't battle, this is only going to help them close back in on Button, who makes a mistake through the chicane to Button. Morgs is still at the back of Jamie, and further back is Mighty, possibly looking on the back of Rizzo. Blue Sky still trying to get past here, and still can't do it. This is costing Blue Sky a lot. No! I think it's his tyres. I was watching Rizzo versus Mighty while that happened. Oh no. Yeah. Because Morg's on the brakes on Jamie. This is an important move for his race because he needs to get this over and done with and then try and close on the people in front. And he has done so perfectly. But can Jamie get the cutback? If he does, this will cost Morgs the race for him. But this is crucial for Morgs' race as the lag spike again there. He's side by side on the brakes. Is Mighty later than Rizzo. Somehow overtaking someone on softs. Mortal now getting a penalty on his 15 lap hold hards. Still in top 6. Yeah. This one doesn't need to do this unless he is scared that Morgs might be able to catch. He's got to be careful. So another person who's risking ERS minute is Morgs, but there's just 5 laps remaining now. These laps are going quickly. It has. Mistake though. Top 2. They probably are going to go side by side through Origin Radion. Well, the exit Radion. This should be quite an easy pass from Desbro. But saying that, Button's good on the brakes from what we've seen earlier. So Desbro's not going to try it this lap. He's going to wait. Morgs losing that straight line speed again, like you were saying, the extra downforce against bad dogs as well, proving difficult. Which case he has to make a move on the corners, but that's only going to cost him time, which he doesn't really have. The interval to the leader though, he's 3.7 off Button, so he needs to gain 7 tenths if he wants to get a podium. Mistake there from Button against Desbro, but Desbro using really high gears means he's just not accelerating, well, not catching Button as quickly as he would do if he was down a gear. Spin! Race quiz! Yes, I saw that in the map. Coach Jedi on the brink, on the grass even. It's against an AI through this section, he's brave. Well, that's gonna make things better for Morgs for the podium. No move. Yeah, and Desbro wasn't close enough to pass Button either, but the ERS difference is very similar between the top two. And we're getting to the point where we will not have a last, well, we won't have a late safety car now. Ooh, Morgs almost lost the car there. That was big, big save. Morgs is pushing. And Jamie's back in the ZRS as well now. Immortal's still going on the 17 lap hole hard now. And he's not being caught by Old Mancy either, so this is impressive. Let's turn one more time. The exit is what's going to count here for Morgs. Top two. I honestly thought that Desbro was so close. Here comes Morgs. And then me saying about his high gears affecting him, he's just lost a lot of tenths just because he was in 6th gear when he should have been in 4th gear. But he knows he's currently winning this. Yeah, not his day today, sadly, for Blue Sky. So this is like gear 4, and then you're in gear 5 or 6 for this corner. And then Desborough's just in 6th for all of it. Yeah. But well, if he drops out of DRS, this is only going to help Morgs. See, this is difficult for Button because of his penalty. He's either going to think he either has to battle Desbro here and then lose time on Morgs, or he's got to think, well, if I break the DRS, rage quits again. Top two both pretty much out of ERS, which is going to help Morgs again, but 2.5 seconds now. It's now 3 seconds. The gap is going to be close here. If Hi Vettel, how's it going? I don't know when you put that message in. But with just 1.5 laps remaining. Well, at the minute, once again, the leader gap, it is 2.4 to Morgs. I don't know how this is going to finish. I'll keep it on the leader, but there's a battle going on between Old Manzi and Mighty. Into the bus stop chicane, Mighty to the outside. Is he going to be able to hold this to the inside? There's going to be contact. Oh, okay, just hit Manzi out the way. That's an aggressive pass. Don't think Old Manzi's going to like that one very much. Possibly. And Jamie, by the way, hasn't given up on bad dogs, but on the penalty side of things, you've got to say that he's up to... Oh! Jedi's penalty, is he going to affect him? No. Go back to the interval gaps, just see if there's any last lap overtake's going to happen, but... Yeah, I think Morgs should be able to get this as long as he can get a good exit. You know what? Oh, I'm just thinking, is he close enough for a late dive bomb? I don't think he is. Yeah, Button is going to win this race. But on penalty side of things, Button is not going to stay there. Once again, just like the sprint race, leader crosses the line isn't the one who wins. It's Desbro from Morgs. Can Button on P3? Yes, he can, with Jamie coming home P4. Immortal come around the final bus stop chicane as well to bring P6. Doesn't keep it though. Mighty comes home P6. Immortal P7. Oh, Mandy gets P8. Jedi P9, but the battle going home is Rage Quits versus Rizzo on the last lap of the race. Rizzo! What about it? Rage Quits is really late on the brakes though. Has he bottled it? Switch back for Rizzo. Oh, has he run out of fuel? Oh no. Weird. Yeah, because that's going to give Tennis the advantage, even though Tennis is probably... Oh no. 7/10, close. Fair enough to Blue Sky to keep going though. He'll get P12. Because obviously Tellis wasn't driving. No? Oh, okay. I thought you'd shuffle them up. Is it? Well, that was that. How have you forgotten who won? Yes. I can't remember if that's his first race run or not. You know, Unity's just messaged me saying he can't hear Muddy. Why have you messaged me that now and not earlier? You know, but Unity says he can't hear you on stream. I don't know. Can you hear yourself on stream still? Okay, I will have a look. I don't. No, you're not caught on stream. Do you want to uninclude it and then re-include it? How did both commentators forget? Apparently no one can join the party. Yeah, it's joinable. Oh, this is fun.
We can, there's but we've got somebody we can interview. Who was the other
one?
It was it recently played Orcs and Button, wasn't it?
Yes, I don't have Button.
To a party. Oh, I just got one recently played with. Invite to a party. I'll send invites.
I don't. Oh, my phone's dead, so I can't see chat anymore. Did my phone actually die? Oh, it did. Where was the warning for that phone? Okay. Well, I don't know if we can hear you or not on stream anymore, buddy. Or other drivers. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Have you got stream on your phone, buddy?
Oh, let me check now.
Just make sure that the drivers include their audios. So we know what you lot are like, even if I say if you include your audios.
Okay.
While he is doing that, let's go on to this. P3 was Button, so that's Aston Martin.
Oh wow, I've got to get another 30-second advert, so it's going to be a long time.
We've already had Button and Desborough join. I don't
Mog
think we're going to
says
get more
he's trying to
join.
But, every time I go on Discord it always freezes the video. Why don't we start while waiting with, do you want to start with Desborough? Oh, here we go.
Alright. Is anyone you'd like to interview, Mr. Buddy Biscuit?
No, happy to take P2 if you take P1 and P3.
Alrighty. I'll start with a P3. Button, have you included your audio?
Yes, I have.
Alrighty, let's get into this. Qualifying first of all, Mr. Button. How did that go?
It wasn't too bad. I started P3, something like that. Slim got a terrible start, so it's a waste of time really. I should have just gone slower.
Yeah, the sprint race didn't really go to plan there. What happened in that start then?
I just bogged down again. I just sometimes I nail it, and other times I just sit there for 5 minutes. I'll get it right. I'll keep practicing. Get it right eventually.
Yes, it's all about the revs and the right tyre temperatures and this, that, and the others. Of course, starting on the mediums, it's not really a tyre. Well, I suppose you kind of are used to starting on the mediums, but it all varies. Moving on to the sprint race, though, was there anything else that happened during that one?
No, not really. It was a bit of a procession, really. The guys are battling up front, a bit too quick for me. And it was just drive around and see how high you could finish up for the main race.
Oh, okay. And then obviously for the race, your position for that sprint race made sure that you started in kind of not the best place in the world.
It wasn't.
How was the main race for you?
It was okay. It got a bit chaotic. There's quite a bit of lag as people jumping around, but you have to deal with it, I suppose. Then I don't know what happened under the safety car. I think someone spun and everybody stopped. I think. As if I was all seeing the same thing. It's hard to tell. And I went off track, and then people just drove past me, and then I went to 7th. I jumped to 7th, I think it was. And then I got disconnected. Well, everyone was disconnecting, so I guessed it was me. So I left and came back. Then another safety car come out, and the guys pitted. And I was leading and kept it to the end. But I think Desbro could have passed me if he wanted to. He was damn quick tonight. Damn quick. I think he knew I had the penalty, and he was just sitting there like doing the right thing. Like.
Talking about that penalty though, did that kind of make you kind of try and see if you could beat Morgs as well, or did you not realise that Morgs didn't have a penalty?
Well, I saw Morgs was behind Bad Dogs for a while, and I was hoping he was going to keep him back, because I got the 3 seconds to him, but then Morgs got by on the mediums, and I did try for a couple of laps, and then I used up all my RS, and it wasn't worth it, so it's just a case of being home and trying to keep the podium.
Okay, well, will we see you back on the podium in Bahrain? I think that's the next one.
I don't know. This track and the next 2 or 3 are not my best. So if I get a bit lucky, maybe, but not on pace. I wouldn't have thought so. I'm just kind of out penalties, and I don't do penalties, and I'm a bit angry.
Well, I'm sure that'll be all right coming to the next race anyway.
Yeah,
you'll get that fixed.
Yeah.
So.
And well done to Des Brown, because they was quick tonight with them guys.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Me? No.
Well, either of you.
No, I was actually sitting here sort of raving to music because I've not really been concentrating. So yeah, thank you for that interview. But yeah, who's finished second? So I've sort of lost track of this race bit. Moggs, yeah. So you took the win in the sprint race. Can we call it a win? Or you took first place in the sprint race, but then ended up on a different strategy. Why did you pick that strategy of going late onto the mediums compared to everyone else?
Small's hit. Oh yes.
Yes, so do you think if you had the normal strategy, you would have maybe been battling for P1? Or do you think P2 was really the best you could hope for today? So we go on to Bahrain next week, just a normal full qualifying and 50%. How do you feel like the sprint compared to a normal full qualifying and 50% suits you? And so you're looking forward to Bahrain, or is it one of your weaker tracks? Well, hopefully you'll pick up that P1 next week, so good luck.
Alrighty then, we move on to Mr. Desborough. Have you included your audio?
Yep.
My next question is, are you in Williams? I have to make sure I get that right.
Yep, yes I am.
Alrighty then. So, Mr. Desborough, short qualifying, how was that?
That was alright, first time ever really doing it. P5 I think I got. I went for a push out for the last lap and I spun it.
You spun out a pool, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Was it?
Yeah, twice.
So, how come you guys spin in qualifying there and you didn't spin in the race there?
Obviously, learned my lesson. I knew how much throttle I could go around there.
Well, talking about the races, we firstly saw you in the sprint race. Did you come home P3 in the sprint?
Yeah. Yeah, after a bit of recovery.
How was the sprint race? There was a few moments in that.
Start, it just went into neutral. So, I had to put it in first and then dump the clutch. So that put me back a couple of places. And then, my car's quite quick on the straights. So, on the long straight, I can always overtake. And that got me to P3.
Okay, and then from there you kind of stayed in P3.
Yeah, until the end.
Which then meant you start on P3 for the main race, and throughout that main race, you firstly, my first question about that main race was the penalty situation with Button. Did you want to overtake him, or was it you saw the penalty and were like, nah,
I saw the penalty, and I thought, I'll keep it safe, I'll stay back. I don't want to push it anymore.
When you saw Morgs closing in though, did you then think that possibly you'd have to pass Button?
Yeah, I was trying to push Button along so the gap wasn't closing up.
Should have pushed harder.
But I think Button knew that I was quite quick on the straights, but I wasn't tempted. I was tempted to overtake, but I just stayed back.
Well, that ended up being the smart decision. Throughout the whole race in total though, how was it? Because that start put you P1 pretty much.
Yeah, at the start, as soon as I was on the straight, the car was really fast. I overtook both, first and second. But it was the first safety car, I was first, and then when the second safety car came out, I pitted for hards, and that's potentially what got me up into P1.
Okay, and then obviously you're going to try and repeat this going into Bahrain. How do you feel about Bahrain?
Bahrain's okay. I've been around that track a few times on the game, so we'll see how it goes.
And then for the championship as well, this race obviously means you get the extra 25 points plus the points you got into that sprint race.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about the championship already, or are you thinking, nah, screw it?
Well, I'm hoping about the championship. We'll see what happens. If I keep performance up, then I'll keep my hopes up.
Okay, I think you definitely jumped Ferrari and Haas in the constructors after that kind of race.
Yeah.
But we shall see when that is updated. Is there anything else you'd like to add yourself?
No, just we'll try again next weekend. Next week, not weekend.
See, I made that mistake already, so it's alright. Mr. Muddy Biscuit.
Can you hear me? Yeah, Mox, what wings were you running? Because we were thinking last whole race you were running quite high wings because you were doing very well in the middle sector and not struggling on the straights. Oh wow. Yeah, I think I ran 7.5 during the race. Yeah, 10-14. That's why you're doing so well in the middle sector. We kept saying you're dropping back on the straights, but then gaining half a second in the middle sector every lap. So but you made it work in the end.
Right, is that everything you have to add, Mr. Muddy Biscuit?
Yep, so I'll let you finish the stream.
Okay, well, before I do, there is one more thing I'm going to add. Scarlet obviously DNFing tonight means that there's going to be quite a bit of a championship change. So that's going to be an interesting one going into next week as well. Until then, though, it is goodbye from me and goodbye from Muddy Biscuit and the rest of the drivers. Yep. I don't know why I said it like that, but we're going to go with it anyway. But yeah, if you want to see us again for Division 4, back here next week at 8 PM on a Thursday. If you want to see some action anyway for Division 1, join us then for Sunday, Bahrain, 8 PM as well. That one's always an interesting track and definitely a tricky one for penalties, so keep an eye on it for that. Until then, though, it is goodbye from us. So, bye!